think of anything, yeah. Just, I mean, we got one chance. He's from Pennsylvania.
Straight or curly hair?
Bouffant. Up hair might have been because he had a lot of it. But it didn't lay flat over. But that's because he had lots of hair.
And knew him from after school, 5 or 6 o'clock or whatever time you, I mean, I would like you to tell me the time. Virtually all the time?
If I was in the yard, he was there.
And would that have been in this, was that throughout September through May, or was that?
Yeah, I got paid for coaching after school.
And you coached all subjects?
All year long.
All year long?
Yeah, after school.
And he was virtually always there?
In that yard, in that yard.
And how there? 5 weeks?
Well, I was there. We were all playing a game, or a faculty meeting. But
so he couldn't have had a part-time job.
No. Now this is from say right before Christmas till May. That's the time you went at 5 o'clock. He was 3
Did you teach after school?
Yes.
All through. Okay. You didn't see it?
About him because he was doing. So at summertime, he made some. He did something happened. He found himself or something. But he still used that library.
Do you think he would have moved? Was he in fact within the district, or was he blind, or was he outside the district?
No, I heard that when that guard was.
Was there that close to Exchange Place?
Because he was just. This is me. It just seemed me from where he lived, Colton, Colton. Evidently, you see, that's 3,200 blocks. What graduate supply was what 100 blocks? All right, so wouldn't you say that 2,800 is still business? The canal?
Yes.
So you see, the first 2,800 blocks are all businesses. We're talking about Canal Street. So it would have just seemed to me that he would have gone to court. But evidently, Beauregard was his district, or he wouldn't have been there, because to get permits is very hard, very difficult.
What if he would have, his aunt lived 77 Street? That is within the Beauregard district.
That's right.
He would have enrolled when he was living with his aunt for a week or two at 757 Street, and then he would have moved to Exchange Place. Without notifying the school, then he could have attended Beauregard.
That's right.
Okay.
Which I thought was, you said something before that was extremely important, I thought. You said that you'd carried on a conversation with the FBI agent who had interviewed you. Would you tell us what it was that you had told us then?
When I asked him the question?
Yeah.
After he finished asking me the questions, I said, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?" And he says, "What is it?" So I said, "You tell me what you think about the assassination. What do you think really happened?" And he says, "Each one of us was given certain things to do and certain people to interview. I have no idea what the other people, the names, or what they're going to do, my colleagues." He says, "I have been given this assignment, I'll do it, and I'll turn it in, just the same as all of them will do." And I said, "Well, do you think we'll ever know what really happened?" And he says, "Not in your lifetime and not in my lifetime." He said, "And if the truth were known, it would shake up the world." Those were his words. Not exactly, but almost.
Being honest and straightforward?
Yes, yes. I was very comfortable with him. You know, I didn't have to answer a question. I didn't have to say one thing.
That's right. How did you know that?
So, I didn't have to talk to you.
That's right. But he has
I didn't care whether he was from the FBI. Number one, I was really turned off when he walked in and said, lock the door. Look, I didn't like that one bit because I wasn't accustomed to locking myself in the PE office. I was accustomed to locking the door from the outside, not from the inside. So you see, that didn't exactly turn me on, to be told. And it's my office, not he was the guest. I lived there. And for him to tell me to lock the door. And I said, what do you mean lock the door? He said, well, I want to talk to you and I don't want us to be disturbed. And you see, that's before I even knew who he was, because Mr. Dean had just called and said, Myra, there's a gentleman up here that wants to speak to you. I'm going to send him down, and I'm going to send someone to take your class.
Mr. Dean was?
The principal.
Oh, I see. Live Oak?
Mm-hmm. So I didn't have any idea who this man was. I wasn't afraid of him because my office had 2 windows of glass. So, and he knew that it didn't sit well to him to tell me to lock him. So he apologized and said, I want to talk to you and I don't want us to be disturbed. And then that's when he introduced himself and showed me his little thing. You know, our roses, it's not in here. You know, when we had the roses and Tedesco, Charlotte Tedesco was the rose of Beauregard. That's not in here. But I don't think this is a yearbook we did. This, come look.
That would be interesting.
Our yearbook was big, had a hard cover, everything.
No, wait a minute.
See, this is not our book.
The yearbook that I was told that Sheila Thomas had was a small one. That's
yeah,
exactly the size.
This is not the yearbook he and I put out.
It was a paperback.
No, this is hard blue, hard cover.
Wait a minute.
Blue.
With all
this
due
color
respect,
blue. This color blue.
I understand. I saw that in a year or so later at Beauregard. But in the 54-55 yearbook, that's what Sheila Thomas had. You're looking like that's not right at all.
Yeah. I printed that yearbook when she was there at that school.
You printed the yearbook when she was at the school?
Right.
And the copy of the yearbook that you're looking at now is not the yearbook?
I can't.
If this is the size of it, no.
That is the size of it.
Okay, it was a hard cover, just like a regular yearbook.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
This
Regular
color,
size?
outside this color.
This size.
Blue
And
with gold.
about the size of the National Geographic magazine?
Oh,
there?
no, like Playboy. As big as Playboy.
No.
It was. We had that double page drawn with the roses, and Tedesco's daughter was right in the middle. She was the rose of Beauregard, and all the runner-ups were over on the side. I had this carnival ball, little chai. See, this is that stage. Look, here's the stage. Come see. This is the stage down in the basement.
Right there.
This is the stage. My office